guys, so that's pretty much it for today. Just thought I'd get a quick little running video of the Wltoys 979. Like I say, everything's done now. Still need to put them little link rods, them little purple anodised CNC link rods that I've got on. But other than that, I'm not planning on doing much more with this thing. I might get some metal wheels for it because these things break for the fun of it, with them only being plastic. I mean, I know the majority of RTRs that you get, they've got plastic wheels on, but these things really are just, I don't know what they're made out of, but you can see they just get bitten up. Every little crash you have, cracks all over them. So yeah, I might get the anodised CNC rims for it, just to stop the wheels knackering up every time, but other than that, that's all I'm going to do with it. So just to go over a few things about these things, if anybody does think about buying one, as a little starter car, which is what I bought it for, really, just a little starter, just to see whether I like the hobby or not, because obviously they are hobby grade cars, you can tear them apart, upgrade them. This one, I think I've mentioned it to be honest, but it has got metal lower arms on it. But yeah, a few little things to be wary of when you are buying one. The shockers, they don't come filled up with any oil, but you are capable of filling them up. It's just unscrew the little shock cap at the top, pop in some thin, and when I say thin I mean thin, because it is only a small car. You don't want some really thick oil in there, so it'll just end up bogging the suspension down. But yes, yeah, thin silicone oil inside there. Just work the shock shaft up and down just to get rid of any air in it, screw it back down, you're good to go. Do that with all four, it'll just make it a little bit more subtle, where when you're driving it, it's not going to be bouncing about everywhere, or as much as what it would be doing. The rear suspension, I have put oil in these and it hasn't really made much of a difference. I don't know why that is. You'd think with it having more weight on the back, with the motor being there, that it had a bit of weight to it, but it just seems more bouncier than what the front is. Again, I don't know why that is, but yeah, bit of shock in the oils, bit of oil in the shocks, can't help. Also, like I said, you can get some upgraded parts. I got the metal lower arms, and I also got, I think it came, when I bought the kit, it came with the steering hubs as well, which were metal. I've replaced these since then to the back to the plastic ones, because I was having issues with trying to get the tightness of the bolts on the lower arm, what connects the lower arms and the hubs together. It was just a bit of a pain in the backside. You tighten them up too much, you couldn't get no steering or anything. You leave them loose, I mean, they work themselves loose. Obviously you can put third lock, which is why I actually have done, but it still does cause a few issues, so I moved back to the plastic hubs on it with the metal lower arms, and it's been alright. Also, like I say, as for upgrades on them, you can get the chassis. They do that in an aluminium chassis, and I think you can get like a full kit of parts, which includes the shock towers, lower arms, steering links, and a couple of other bits and bobs as well, for around £30 odd. That comes as like one big full kit. Oh, the centre, what do we class it as, a centre brace, but it does, I think it does brace the two shock towers together, but it also acts as part of the casing for the pinion gear. So yeah, that comes as metal as well in the kit, but other than that, I can't think what else came in it. So yeah, you can upgrade them to metal. Obviously, beware, it's going to add a bit of weight to it as well. Yeah, I've got a decent hefty motor in, but the batteries aren't that big, so they don't last forever. I think I get about 10-15 minutes at a push runtime out of it. That's if I take it steady. If I'm full throttle everywhere, doing donuts, doing all sorts of stuff with it, you can probably give it about 5 to 10 minutes. But like I say, I've got a couple of batteries for these, so I always take a couple out with me just in case one runs out. Well, it's inevitable, it is going to run out, so yeah, always take a spare battery with you. Pretty much. Oh, the servo steering link, got an anodised one of them, can't hurt. Like I said, to be honest, everyone says get metal parts and this to make them stronger and everything, but a lot of people do forget that plastic bends at the end of the day. Metal doesn't, especially if it's some of these cheaper Chinese metals that they use. which come described as like CNC'd. They are really cheap metal, so if it does get any force behind it and it breaks, it won't bend into one shape, it'll just snap. Whereas obviously the plastic links, they bend and then straight back into shape. I've never snapped one of these. So yeah, it's one of them things, it's swings and roundabouts really, 50-50. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. The metal parts look cool, but in certain areas, like I said, with the hubs, they have caused me issues. As for the Outcast, I'm still waiting on the gearbox casing for the differential. That should be here sometime next week, so as soon as I can get that bang back on, I'll get some more videos going, some decent bashing videos. I'm currently up at my family, they own a pub up in West Yorkshire, so I've got a pretty large garden to play around with in quarantine. There's a big car park as well, so I can fly around there, make a couple of jumps or something, hopefully get some good footage out of the Outcast. Like I said, I've also got the rear hinge pin brace for the Outcast coming as well, just thought I'd try a cheap one off of Banggood. I think that was about 12 quid, so we'll see how that one goes. But yeah, just looking forward to getting some decent footage made. Hopefully the footage will be a lot better now that I'm filming it with a GoPro, and sound quality as well. So yeah, look forward to some decent videos coming up with the Outcast. Might get this one out again. I've had some trouble charging it lately. I think the batteries are a bit duff. I got these ones from, well, the one that came with it, and then I also got another one from a local airsoft shop. So all the little airsoft guns, BB guns, they run off a similar sort of batteries, 7.42 cell lipos and stuff, so it was perfect for this. But yeah, I need to get a couple more batteries for it because I think I've knackered some cells on one of them. But yeah, I might get this back out with the Outcast. I will be getting another car in the foreseeable future. I've been looking at the new Traxxas Max. Traxxas Max. I like the look of that. I really wanted the Traxxas X Max, but I can't fork out 900 to £1,000. You know what I mean, including your batteries as well. You're going to be looking at around about £1,000, so I couldn't afford one of them. But fortunately, Traxxas have brought out the Max. You can pick it up in the UK for around about £550 to £600. So yeah, it's competitive enough for me to say yeah, sorry, I'll have a go with one of them. Only trouble being I think the Max is 4S. I run my Outcast on 6S, so I'm gonna have to buy a 3S battery for it. Got a couple of 4S batteries, sorry. As far as, well, you can run them on 3S, but yeah, it's 4S, so I'll get a couple of 4S batteries for that. That'll be within the next month, come June, I should have that, so look forward to some videos from that as well. So yeah, please like and subscribe to the video if you liked it. Leave a comment and don't forget to click the bell button. See you on the next one.